There are moments in life where time splits in two, the before and the after. Compton, California, April 1st, 7:05 p.m. A red light on Caldwell Street and South Central Avenue. Routine, silent, unassuming. And then, a sound. Quick, violent, final. Two lives extinguished in an instant. But behind the one moment lies a trail of shadows, a history, a manhunt, and a chilling silence that still haunts the city. This is not just about a shooting, it's about what led to it and what comes next.
Family left devastated tonight after a mother and daughter are shot and killed near a Compton elementary school.
Police are now searching for the suspect they believe shot the two women from another car. KTLA's Chris Wolf has more from Compton.
New this morning, investigation now underway after two women were shot and killed in Compton.
Gigi Garcia is live there with more on what we know about the victims. Gigi.
And we've confirmed tragically that the victims are a mother and a daughter. The mother thought to be about 45 years old, her daughter only 22. Take a look at the video. It was about 7:05 last night here in Compton. The mother was driving with her daughter as a passenger, and they were stopped at a red light on Central and Caldwell. That's when a dark-colored car pulled up right next to them and opened fire.
Tuesday night, the city hummed with its usual chaos. Distant sirens, passing headlights, the tension in the air that never fully leaves certain streets. At a red light, a vehicle sat motionless. Inside, Lavon Hall, 45. In the passenger seat, her daughter, laysiamartin, 22. And then, gunfire. Sudden, ruthless. Lavon stumbles out the driver's seat and collapses to the ground. The car rolls forward without her, crossing the intersection, unmanned, before crashing into a traffic signal pole. Inside that vehicle, Laysia sits motionless, unresponsive. By the time the deputies arrive, the horror is already done.
This appears to be a deadly case of domestic violence, although details and circumstances are still unconfirmed. LA County deputies are now looking for a drive-by shooter who killed a mother and daughter here in Compton last night. The victims' family members believe they know the person responsible. They apparently never saw it coming. A 45-year-old mother and her 22-year-old daughter were sitting in a car at a stoplight in Compton early Tuesday evening when another vehicle pulled up along their right side. Someone in that vehicle sprayed the women with bullets and then sped off shortly after 7 p.m. The deadly gun violence happened at the intersection of West Caldwell Street and South Central Avenue.
To most, they were names in a headline, but Lavon Hall was more than a victim. She was a mother, a sister, a friend. Laysia, known to loved ones as Lele, had her whole life ahead of her. What brought them to that red light on that night? Was it random? No. It wasn't about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was about someone making the wrong choice, a deliberate, calculated decision that turned a stoplight into a grave.
Shooting both the mother and the daughter. Now, the mother appeared to get out of the running car. She may have been trying to get away from that shooter, but she collapsed and died right there on the street. Meanwhile, the car, again, that was running, crossed the intersection and stopped only when it crashed into a curb and a light pole. The daughter dead inside the passenger seat. And now the search is on for a killer. Both women believed to live in the Compton area. If you have any information on the shooting that happened just after 7 o'clock last night, leaving a mother and a daughter dead, please call the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Reporting live this morning, I'm Gigi Garcia. Back to you.
Some sad news there. Gigi, thank you.
Detectives now searching for clues this morning after two women are shot and killed on a Compton street.
The victims are a mother and her daughter. Gigi Garcia has the latest on this investigation. Gigi.
And Sandra and Araxia, they were basically ambushed while stopped at a red light here in Compton, and they didn't stand a chance when their shooter, their killer, pulled up in a car next to them and opened fire. Take a look at the video. It happened at 7:02 p.m. last night on the corner of Caldwell and Central, right near the school there. Again, the mother, thought to be about 45 years old, and her 22-year-old daughter, the passenger, were stopped at the red light when a dark-colored vehicle pulled up next to them and someone inside began firing. Detectives believe the mother got out of the car in an attempt to get away from her killer, but she collapsed and died right there on the street. Meanwhile, that car, it was still running. It just kept going, crashing across the street into a light pole, and in the passenger seat, her 22-year-old daughter was also found dead.
Donte Lamont Brown, 41 years old. To investigators, he's more than just a suspect. He's the center of a storm. Described as armed and dangerous, known to frequent Long Beach and Compton, but more chilling than where he goes is who he once was. The estranged boyfriend of Lavon Hall. Their past is not fully known, but something fractured. Something dark festered, and now investigators believe it spilled out in bullets. Brown didn't wait around. After the shooting, he vanished, fled like a ghost, slipping into the maze of alleys, highways, and silence.
There is now a suspect wanted for the shooting deaths of a mother and daughter in Compton. The sheriff's department says he should be considered armed and dangerous. NBC4's Jonathan Gonzalez has the latest on the person deputies want to find.
The LA County Sheriff's Department is searching for this man, 41-year-old Donte Brown, who officials say is responsible for the killing of a mother and daughter in Compton Tuesday night. Investigators believe Brown is responsible for opening fire on 45-year-old Lavon Hall and 22-year-old Malaysia Martin in a car-to-car shooting. The mother and daughter pronounced dead at the intersection of Central Avenue and Caldwell Street.
We're here together collectively as organizations dealing with the issues of violence to say no more. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
Community advocates and family members held a rally today calling for an end to gun violence in their city.
The senseless killings out here need to stop, you know.
A man who goes by the name B.A. says Lavon Hall was his brother's ex-wife. Investigators confirming Brown is Lavon's estranged boyfriend. A neighbor said Wednesday that Lavon had just been picked up from work by her daughter Malaysia.
Two women has lost their lives over nothing, over someone that was upset or mad about whatever they was mad about.
Compton Councilman Jonathan Bowers told NBC4 Wednesday the shooting is believed to be a case of domestic violence, though investigators are still trying to determine a motive. They believe Brown sped down Central Avenue right after the shooting.
The person that did this, you're going to get caught. You're not going to get away. You're going to get caught. And anybody that knows him and hiding, I hope you get just as much trouble for hiding him. That's all I want to say.
Brown is believed to be armed and dangerous. Anyone with information is being asked to call the LA County Sheriff's Department.
Why now? Why them? Why this level of violence? Was it rage? Was it fear? Was it the final act in a long, invisible war between hearts once connected? Friends say Lavon had tried to move on. Was Brown jealous, obsessed, or did he believe in some twisted way he was owed something? And what about Lele? She wasn't part of their story. She was the daughter, the passenger. Was she caught in a crossfire of someone else's past? Or was she always part of the target? The motive remains murky, the silence around it deafening. But one thing is clear, someone pulled a trigger twice and disappeared. Since April 1st, the search has intensified. Tips have come in, leads followed. But Donte Lamont Brown remains elusive. He could be anywhere, hiding in plain sight, a familiar face blending into a familiar neighborhood, or already gone deeper into shadows. Detectives say he may be receiving help. Someone may be harboring him. Someone may be scared or loyal, or both. The public is urged to stay alert, but not to approach, because if he is capable of what happened at that red light, he is capable of more.
Now, detectives from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Homicide Bureau have been working this case since last night. They're hoping, since it was 7 o'clock and it's a fairly busy intersection, that someone saw something that might help them catch a killer. If you have any information, please call the Sheriff's Department.
2 women dead, 1 community shaken, 1 city asking questions is asked too many times before. Memorials rise, candles flicker, tears fall, but justice still feels out of reach because somewhere out there, a man walks free while 2 lives no longer get the chance to. This isn't over. The investigation continues, the family mourns, and the city waits. Donte Lamont Brown remains on the run, but stories like this don't just end. They echo, they linger, they demand attention. If you know something, say something, because silence is what killers count on. This was quote-unquote the shooting, but what happened before that trigger was pulled and what happens after is a story still unfolding. Alright y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's a sad story of a mother and her daughter getting slaughtered at a red light by a crazy, estranged boyfriend. They definitely didn't deserve that, man. Hey, get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. You already know what it is, man. It's drillers and trappers. We out here trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video.